The Klipsch ProMedia 2.1 promises legendary THX sound for your desktop. But here's what surprised me. These speakers are plagued by some serious problems that could ruin your experience. Therefore, if you're considering buying these iconic computer speakers, you need to watch this honest review first. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's start with the hype. This system has been around for years. It's THX certified. And on Amazon, it holds a 4.5-star rating at around $165. That's a lot of praise for a desktop 2.1 setup. But high ratings don't always mean a perfect product. Therefore, we need to dig deeper. The first major problem: build quality and longevity. Many users report issues with the control pod, specifically the volume knob developing a fatal scratchy noise or just failing entirely over time. It's a notorious weak point. Imagine spending this money and then your main control unit dies a year or two in. That's not legendary, it's frustrating. But the sound, right? That's what matters. Therefore, let's talk performance. The specs are impressive. 200 watts peak, a 6.5-inch side-firing sub, and those famous Klipsch horn-loaded satellites. They claim incredible clarity and bass you can feel, and for a while they deliver. The sound profile is definitely lively, with pronounced bass and clear mids. It's great for gaming and movies. But here's the contrarian snapback. For critical music listening, this system can be a disappointment. The bass is often overpowering and not well integrated, and the satellites can sound thin without that subwoofer support. Therefore, the legendary sound experience might not suit all your needs. It's a bit like a muscle car, loud and fun but not always refined. Let's dive into the setup and daily use. The plug-and-play aspect is true. It's simple. You get the control pod with main volume and a separate subwoofer gain knob. But the pod itself feels cheap, a stark contrast to the price tag. And the cables, they're notoriously short. That subwoofer cable might force you to rearrange your entire desk layout. Therefore, your simple setup becomes a puzzle. Is your desk ready for a Tetris challenge? Now, the THX certification. It sounds awesome, right? THX means a certain standard for cinema quality sound. But on a desktop system, this certification is more about marketing legacy than a current miracle. Many modern speakers without THX can achieve similar or better performance. Therefore, don't let that badge alone sway you. It's a nice feather in their cap, but not the whole bird. Speaking of birds, if these speakers were an animal, they'd be a peacock, flashy from the front, but look behind and you see the flaws. Let's discuss the top reviews you might read. On Amazon, many praise the power and bass. But buried in those reviews and in countless forum posts are the recurring themes: failing control pods, buzzing issues, and bass that can be too boomy. Therefore, the collective experience is mixed. It's a product with a loud fan base and an equally loud group of detractors. You have to listen to both sides. What about compatibility? It plays well with others, using a standard 3.5 input. That's fine. But there's no optical input, no Bluetooth, no USB DAC. For $165 in today's market, that feels outdated. Therefore, you're buying a speaker system firmly anchored in the past. Your modern devices might need an adapter chorus to connect. Is that a deal breaker? For some, yes. Let's talk value. At this price point, you're entering a competitive field. There are other 2.1 systems and even premium stereo pairs that offer more balanced sound and better build quality. But the Klipsch name carries weight. Therefore, the decision becomes emotional versus practical. Do you want the iconic ProMedia badge, or do you want a problem-free experience? I'm not saying these speakers are terrible. They have moments of greatness, especially for action movies and explosive games. That subwoofer can shake your room. But the problems are real and widespread enough that you must consider them. It's like dating someone with amazing qualities but one huge, annoying habit. Can you live with it? Therefore, my honest review concludes with a caution. The Klipsch ProMedia 2.1 is a polarizing product. If you buy it, you might get a unit that lasts for years and satisfies you completely. Or you might get one that develops a scratchy volume knob or a buzzing satellite within months. That inconsistency is the core problem. For a product with such a long history, these QC issues should have been solved. But they persist. Therefore, my final advice. Unless you're a Klipsch loyalist who understands and accepts these potential flaws, you should probably look at other options. There are more reliable, sometimes more nuanced, speakers available for your desktop today. If you do decide to proceed, knowing the risks, then use our link below. For the best price on Amazon for the Klipsch ProMedia 2.1, click the link in the description now. That's the end of this honest review. Remember, legendary sound shouldn't come with legendary problems. Choose wisely.